All right, what's up, guys? Diego here with the Rise Above show presented by RoofCON. In this episode of the podcast, we talk to Don Morgan. Don owns Roofs by Don out of Atlanta, and he's created a super cool brand here the last year that he's been in business. He's done a lot of super cool stuff where he's gotten on HGTV, he's filmed a music video, he's created this super cool office called the Roof Gallery where he's got really great customer experience that he's doing for his clients and for the industry in general. So I thought that you guys would really enjoy this episode. We do give you a brief tour of the Roof Gallery. We're going to explain it for any audio listeners. So make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're not already subscribed. And then make sure that you attend our event, RoofCon, November 9th through the 11th in Orlando, Florida at the Orange County Convention Center. So make sure that you check us out at roofcon.com. And with that, let's get into the episode.
Welcome to the Rise Above show presented by RoofCON. My name is Diego Dante, and I'm thrilled to bring you inspiring conversations with some of the most innovative and bright minds in our industry. From business and entrepreneurship to personal development and growth, we'll explore the strategies, insights, and stories that have helped our guests rise above challenges, overcome adversity, and achieve their goals. So sit back, relax, and join us on this journey of empowerment, inspiration, and discovery. This is the Rise Above Show. Welcome to the Rise Above Show presented by RoofCON, and I've got my new friend with me, Mr. Don from Roofs by Don. How you doing, brother?
What's up? I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. You're coming out of Atlanta today, is that right?
Yep. Oh, to Marietta to be exact. In Atlanta, they have an artist. Her name is Amaretta, and if the outskirts of Atlanta, they say it's not Atlanta.
There you go.
So we're in Marietta, Georgia, to be exact. But we're in the Metro Atlanta area. Yes.
Well, in that sense, I am not coming from Greenville, South Carolina. I'm coming from Travelers Rest, South Carolina. So,
Exactly.
yeah, man. So cool, man. We've connected a little bit through social media. I don't know that we've gotten to meet in person, but I'm excited to get to meet you here. And the cool thing about doing a podcast is we kind of get an excuse to just get to hang out and and have conversations that we wouldn't typically have. And so, man, let's just jump right into it. I want to get to know you, and my first question is, how did you get into roofing?
Got into roofing because I ended up getting tricked into the door-to-door industry, which is door-to-door space, by AT&T. It was, sales and marketing job. You can make over 100,000, and it ended up being AT&T, like door knocking. But I'm usually real competitive, and so once I started doing the AT&T, I broke a record my first week. As far as sales wise, and I was just going, hard at it. 3 months in, I ended up selling to a roofing company owner. So like that weekend, I was going, in as far as sales. I had like 8 sales that weekend, I remember, and he was just like, "You could be doing the same exact thing, but for roofing, and it's a higher ticket item. You just need to get into this." I was like, "Yeah, I'm okay. I'm the top salesperson where I'm at, so I'm good." But AT&T ended up messing up my paycheck. Like, didn't pay me what I was supposed to get paid. So I ended up leaving after 3 months, and they ended up calling me again. Like, he had one of his business partners call me again, and then there was like, I was like, you know what? I'm owed $1,350. I'm like, so if you give me $1,350, then I'll come in. And they're like, no problem. I was like, okay, So I went in that first week. I started. I was watching the salespeople. It was about like 5 guys, and they had a contest, that week where you win $500 if you had the most contingencies, and the person who won, they got two contingencies. So I was just like, man, I know I could do way better than that. I know I'm just coming in and checking it out, but when is your next contest? Because your next contest, I'm gonna win that $500. I need that too. So and the next contest came, and I won the I got 5 contingencies my first week, starting, and
your first week.
Yeah. My first week starting. Usually, I'm pretty good at sales. So, yeah. What's cool to say is that now, um, with like say track record as far as working, everywhere that I've for the most part that I've got like a job at before, um, I've always like broke a record or I've always been like like the top salesperson. So even like at Home Depot, I was there for 3 months, the worst job of my life when I was there. But when I was there, I killed it. I had like the badges and stuff, like right away, 3 months time. But yeah, so at the end of the day, as far as for the roofing goes, I did the first week, and then after that, I told them, hey, I'm gonna bring some salespeople that's just like me, and they're gonna be able to be sales managers, and I want to be a general manager, And they're like, yeah, if you could do that, no problem. And then the next week, I brought my guys. I brought Victor and another guy, Victory Shingles. He works with us now, and another guy, and they got and we are just consistent. I was getting like 5 claims, they were getting 4 each, so we were just killing like the company wise, as far as the old guys. And then after that, we brought on 50 people into the company, like in a short time span, like under 6 months. So I just started being like a recruiting beast, and then
How'd
it
you do
just kept
that?
growing. It just
What were
kept
you
growing from
doing
there.
for what were your strategies for recruiting? And
It's
let me have you, can I
simple.
have you just center your camera just a tiny bit, just so you're not off
Yeah,
center?
there we go. And you get in the middle. There we go. Okay, yeah. As far as for me, with the recruiting, it started with because I'm from Florida. I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So when I moved to Atlanta, I was trying to find something new and I wanted to do something different. If I was in Florida, I wouldn't have done the AT&T thing, my pride, you know. But when you're somewhere else, you can like put your head down, just go in. So, when I started doing the AT&T thing, I gained friends there and it was door to door. So once I got to the roofing and I seen that it was the same thing as far as being door to door, um, I just showed some success. So kind of like the Wolf of Wall Street when he's like, "Show me a paycheck right now, and I'll quit my job." Same thing. He was like, "Show me a paycheck for $3,000." Danny, my partner, my business partner, Danny Mansion, and he's like, "I'll come right over." So less than a month, when my paychecks, not less than a month. It was like within 3 months of like 3 months of working there. Um, Showed him the paycheck, $3,000 that first week, and then he came over, and then it was like trickled in, just a bunch of people. It started with Victory Shingles first, and another guy, and then they slowly just started coming more and more because they seen the proof. When you're able to show proof, you know, and with roofing, it's a little bit different. It's like you're actually helping people out. You're free inspections for their asset, for their home. So it's not like you're selling AT&T. You're not selling
Especially in
knives.
insurance sales.
Yeah, exactly. And you're not selling knives or something like that. You're actually, hey, I'm gonna make you whole again. So the pitch is way easier. So just showing them that, I was able to just get the ball rolling, and then when it rains, it pours. So once people start coming, then you start feeling like you're on fire. Then you start recruiting people on social media. You just start talking to people. You just go to Home Depot, and just like I said, that was my worst job. So I'm like, hey, I used to work here. I know how much you probably get. You probably get less than $12, right? Exactly. So let me show you something new. This is what I'm doing right now. This is how much I'm making. And hey, you can just try it out, but you can definitely be making more than here. And let me give you. You say you're making $12. Here, I'll give you $30. So I'm paying for your first 2 hours with a little lunch too, just for you to come check it out for 2 hours and see what it's about.
That's such
And
a
then they
good
come in, and that's it.
Yeah, it's such a good recruiting strategy of targeting guys that were probably already selling, right? They're probably selling
Hmm.
and just not making as much commission as you were making. So just having them, showing them the opportunity of you know, just the opportunities in roofing.
A
Gosh,
hundred percent. Yeah,
it,
100%. And especially also in the I want to highlight too, like in the black community, there's not a lot of black roofers. Necessarily, especially when I came in, I didn't see that as far as representation. I was trying to look for people. Luckily, I found on Roof Hustlers as far as for the video, and then I ended up,
shout out to Deshaun. He's a good
yeah,
buddy
shout out
of
to
mine.
Deshaun. And then I ended up, I didn't know any black owners, business owners, and then I finally found one in Texas. Shout out Chris Wells with WSR Roofing. But what's the cool thing with Roofs by Don is that I guess like once we started, since I was that representation, we it's easy for I guess me to attract other black roofers or make people see that there's something other than music, basketball, the normal stuff. Hey, you can actually make a lot of money here too. Roofing is like the next gold rush. As there's something else other than just music, or but you can also incorporate that, and that's what we do too with like every single day in our music and our roofing culture.
I think you guys got to, I mean, just from following on social media, it's super cool because I feel like you've almost developed. It's so funny because roofing is such a, I'm going to get in trouble talking about this, but I feel like there's so much like, there's like old roofing and there's young
Mhm.
roofing, right?
Yep.
And not to say, I mean, ultimately at the end of the day, like you're putting shingles on a house, it's the same thing, right? But it's
hmm
just, there's a lot of just young blood coming into roofing, and there's a lot of, so I feel like something I've seen with you guys on social media is if I'm a young person getting into roofing and I see your stuff on social media, it just seems like a great work environment for someone who is younger to come in, right?
hmm
Yeah, so how did you develop such a such a brand like you have that is, I don't want to say geared towards young people, because obviously like if you have the right person, I'm sure that those people are going to come in as well. But I just feel like you've got just a great audience that's targeting young people and that's making roofing cool.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, and I really think that I'm big on being yourself. So I don't like to copy people. Really, my personality, I like to be the first to do stuff. I like to, you know,
Oh, and it shows.
thank you. So I mean, at the end of the day, I want to be myself. So where would I want to work? And when I looked at as far as other roofing companies, just like you said, it just looked like it's just a older industry. You just the cultures just say like big trucks and that's really it. There's not really I didn't really see a culture really. So with me, and hopefully I don't get any trouble saying this, but I guess usually like black people add a little flavor in there. So I feel like me just coming in, just being myself, just added that little difference in there where I'm like, hey, I want to and again, I'm competitive, so that adds it in there too. So whether we make a song where every single day is a theme song, but actually it's cool for roofing culture, or we're actually working on a reality show as well, that we're shooting currently right now. We're trying to release it earlier, but now it looks like it's getting bigger. It's getting picked up, so that's actually kind of cool. But things like that is stuff that I just wanted to do. So
Y'all are
like
just
I
having
did,
fun.
yeah, I did music before. So I did music. So when we're even recruiting people, we tell people, hey, we want to be dream facilitators. So anything you do outside of roofing, we want to be able to enhance that. Roofing is not supposed to kill your dreams. It's supposed to be something that enhances it. It's supposed to be something that gets you the money. So now you can do whatever you wanted to do as well. So we have people that the people that were on Every Single Day song, for instance, they got paid. That was their first music gig. Where they got actually paid for a song. We have people that like animals, so we sponsor the Atlanta Humane Society. We sponsor the doghouse, a custom doghouse. Um, we have people that like working out, yoga, so we did goat yoga. And then we have our Ghost for Sales brand too, so kind of blended in. So we did a goat yoga. We do boxing. We take the guys out to go karts. I like doing go karts, so we do just a bunch of different fun stuff, and then just showing the social proof, putting on the social media, things like that. It just attracts people.
RoofCon's amazing. Getting to see all the speakers like Nick and Eric and especially Tim Tebow. Very exciting and eye-opening.
Amazing speakers and great knowledge. Keep it up.
First RoofCon, been following Hunter and the Revolt Clan for quite some time, and it's definitely been a lot more than what we expected.
This event is getting better and better.
So if you're going to go to one roofing conference, make sure that it's RoofCon.
RoofCon 2023 returns to Orlando, Florida, November 9th through the 11th. Get your tickets at roofcon.com.
Let's
It's just
talk.
like, yeah.
No, I was going to say, let's talk. So you've mentioned this. It was on my list of things to talk about. Let's go ahead and chat about it.
Mm-hmm.
How did Every Single Day come about?
Just like I was just saying earlier, being dream facilitator. So we're in Atlanta again, and Atlanta is it's like Black Hollywood. You have all the rappers and the musicians. They do a lot of reality shows out here too. So we have a lot of people that are aspiring artists or that are producers or things like that. And again, hey, you rap? That's cool. Hey, I used to rap too. I could probably help you. I was on BT before. I'm not like Lil Wayne, but I could probably help you get to that level. So let's do something. So we have our roofing. So hey, let's make roof song together. We have a media room. We have something called the roof gallery. So we can talk about that soon too. But in the roof gallery, we have a media room where we can do songs, or we can do testimonials, or we can do a confessional room. We can do a podcast, different things like that. So if our people are entertainment inclined, media inclined, musically inclined, then hey, you can do that too while you're here. But let's also get the job done. But we can do that all in one place and as a family.
Talk to me about the roof gallery. What is
Yes,
it?
yes.
How did that come about?
Yes, so the roof gallery. So I'm excited about that. The roof gallery is the first roofing venue. It's the first roof museum. So basically, what it is, and it's called the gallery right now because it's the miniature version of the roof museum, which will be soon. We have that trademark too. So at the end of the day, what it is showing the roofing industry in a different light, and it kind of goes along with I guess our brand that we like to do things luxury. We like to do things high class. We like to do things a little elevated. So I can actually give you guys a walkthrough of the roof gallery, give RoofCon an exclusive.
There we
Hope
go.
I hope you see the hat too, the revolt.
Love it.
I'm styling right now. So the first thing first, you walk in.
We're going to explain it
See the
for
mat?
anyone who's just listening on audio. So
Yes,
go ahead.
yes. So right now we're gonna give you a quick exclusive tour of the roof gallery. Let me see if I can switch this. Can I flip this camera? Let me see. While I forgot how to flip it. So the first thing is we come in. We have a nice little walkway area. We have the every single day.
So we got every single day on the wall right here on a neon sign for anyone listening.
So this is where everybody's able to take their pictures.
On a grass wall.
There we go. Hey. Then we also got the millwork done. We got the millwork done by Da Vinci Runescapes, and we have the color right there as well, the 8-seater. So it's on the wall, but it's also a selling point too, because we like to sell designer, shingles. What's cool is that a quick fun fact: the person who did the millwork, he actually sang at our grand opening for the roof gallery, and he sang opera. It was real
awesome!
Cool. Yeah, it was real cool. Next, we have for one of our rooms. Every room that we have has different artwork because it's a gallery. So this is one, for instance. This is called the New Synthetic Stone Age, and we have everything on museum cards.
Go ahead and explain it for anyone listening. What do we have in
so
this one?
The New Synthetic Stone Age, and this is on the museum card. This portrait shows hieroglyphics, inspired drawings on a designer Da Vinci slate shingle. This is done by an actual contractor, Yakira Wilson, and she's actually the person who was on every single day as well. So that's what that is as far as just different artwork in the roof gallery. Keeping it moving, we have this right here. We have the Up painting. It's inspired by Up, and its roof's going up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's me right there holding the pitch gauge in the Rich Pro. Then you got Dan the Mansion, and you got Victory Shingles.
That's awesome, dude.
Yep. And then we got our customer experience room. We like to do things a little different. So our customer experience room, my inspiration was, the rugs. When you go to move the rugs. So we have the different shingles, GAF. We have the Owens Corning. Of course, we got ICO. We got Certainty. We got Euro Shield. And then we have other, shingles.
Yeah, it's cool. So for anyone listening, he's got basically like you see at a store where they have the rugs that are hanging and you can flip through them. He's got something very similar set up with shingles for anyone that comes in and wants to see the different options available. That's awesome.
Of course. So that way, you get a feel for it. People they see different shingles all the time, but they don't know what it is. It's just something on the roof. So as far as for homeowners, if you're able to explain the different brands, you're able to show them or show them the different nail lines and things like that, and give them the why this brand is the best. I think it's way of a more impactful experience because you're educating the homeowner as opposed to saying, "Oh, Master Elite, this is the shingle you're gonna get." I'm Owens Corning. This is what you're gonna get. I'm a ICO Craftsman Premier. This is what you're gonna get. It's better to show them and then show them why you're gonna get the ICO Craftsman Premier because it's the better shingle.
Let's get spicy with this question.
Let's get spicy.
If you're showing these to customers, what are customers going with the most after they see them?
Well, what we do is then we would take them over here to our what's called the tug test. So it's the pull test, but at the roof gallery, we like to brand things differently. So we call it the tug test. So that way we pop up if they search it on Google. What's the tug test? Oh, we pop up because we have it. So that's my thought behind that. And what we do is we have the shingles. So homeowners with us at the roof gallery, we like to handle everything with white glove care. So we got the white gloves. We have the homeowners put it on. We don't want any granulars in their hands or anything like that, right? And we have them do the tug test, and they're able to actually see which shingle is more superior, what would withstand the best if it was under wind, and that way now they can make their own educated decision. But we're able to help them, steer them with that. Mm-hmm.
Didn't you have a video that went pretty viral showing that?
Yeah, it actually got over 1 million views. And yeah, that was real cool. Shout out to the world's greatest roofer. He helped get us viral. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, that's one of the highlights because I've never seen a office or a venue with this. This is only really for trade shows and things like that where they give the demonstrations, and not everyone shows it. Just the brands that they think they're gonna win. So with this, it kind of gives a more unbiased platform for them to be able to just get the experience, see for themselves, and then a lot of people are surprised. When they do it, they're like, "Whoa! I thought this brand was number one, and or I thought this brand was the worst, or I thought this brand was second best." And when you do the test, you kind of get a real a different opinion because you're doing it yourself. And
for anyone listening, this is an incredible piece of just something that shows incredible customer experience, right? Because most people are going to be at your house, a contractor is going to be at your house at the dining room table, if that, and, tell you, hey, this is what we're going to do, and go through the whole process, which is fine. I've done that before.
Yeah.
And this is a new level. You talk about with customers or with your team about good, better, best. I mean, it doesn't get much better than giving them all the options, but also bringing them to your office, having them see. I mean, think about this. If a customer comes in, they see the roof gallery, they see all the stuff you're doing, they see, and then they get to sit down and flip through the shingles and get to pull on the shingle, and they're not going to forget you.
Exactly.
Think about what every other customers or whatever other contractor is doing and how you just stood apart from everyone else that they've spoken to.
Yeah, I mean, thank you, and I think that was the point. Again, just trying to stand out and do things different, and yeah, I always try to look at it from just like what would I do or what would I if I had this. Everyone comes to the house, no one really has an office, or if they do have an office, it's not the best looking office. It's just maybe something where people meet. But what I realized too is everyone's mindset. It's what are you getting an office for? And usually you're getting an office for your salespeople to meet. So that way they can plan the day, then go out. So if they get the office for that, they're not going to make it look appealing. That's what it's for. It's probably an expense. They can probably, let's try to cut down and go somewhere else, or go to a distribution place or a different place where it's free. But in our case, it was about elevating experience. And I have different plans for myself and our company as far as elevating more, doing designer, to me, real designer shingles. I want to be a designer myself. They have Gucci and they have all that stuff. I feel like Roofs by Don. That's me in the roofing industry. That's what the new era is, for roofing. Um, and at the end of the day, let's keep giving you the tour. So with me saying that, that's Roofs by Don right there. And the reason why we have the roof gallery is because I competitive nature, just wanted to be the best of the best, and I feel like the best is usually in a Hall of Fame or a museum, and roofing didn't have that, so I felt like I had to make it so that way we could put ourselves in it. And this is the Cougar Paws right there. So this is Wrist by Down Cougar Paws, and then with the hammer, breaking case inspection. And of
That's
course, you
cool.
got the museum card,
Yeah, that's cool.
And just to give you a quick little fast forward, we got the Burberry Don. So that's me right there, if you can see, doing an inspection. And this is because we did a Burberry event on March 17th of last year, and it was the construction of the Burberry trench coat, and it was the first blend of luxury fashion with the construction industry, and that was cool to be the first, to do that. Then we got the Every Single Day plaque. Every Single Day
Love it.
is on Apple Music. It's on Spotify. It's on every music platform. Just search Roots by Dawn every single day, and it'll pop up. And this right here is our media room. We do podcasts here as well. We also do customer testimonials, confessionals, things like that. And then we have our museum room. So we have our roof. It's called a roof on the wall. So I'm not sure if you know JS roof on the box.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we have the roof on the wall, and it gives just a different. It's similar to the items on the roof in the box, showing the components of the roof, but it shows it in a artistic fashion, and as opposed to with the roof in the box, it just shows the plywood. But a lot of people use OSB as well, as far as for the roofs. So for the decking, we show both, and then we give the explanations for everything. And I feel like it's cool with the roof gallery that we give the difference between the OSB and the plywood, because I don't think contractors know that as well. Not all contractors. We got the Prime Grip. So shout out to Prime Grip. We got them in the paintings too. We have John, the Roof Pro, John Scenic. He's actually, by the time you see this, the event will happen already. But we're doing an event, and it's already sold out. He sold out in 72 hours. So that's one of our first events that we had that sold out in 72 hours here at the Roof Gallery. So I feel like that's a real cool tool, just being a venue. We also have Roof.
He's speaking at RoofCon.
Yeah, okay. Of course he is.
Keynote speaker at RoofCon 23.
Of course he is, because you guys have the best of the best, so that's why he's there. We also have Deshaun Bryant. We got the Roof Hustlers bow tie, and we make it light up when we do events. And then we have Damon Shingles, just showing homeowners, for instance, what people are looking for when they knock on their door.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. We have Business 411. Shout out to Business 411, giving some business history. And they have all of their history right there. You got to get the magnifying glass. Let me see if I can do it. There we go. And you get some roof history. Shout out to Brandon Strotter of the Rich Pro, inventor and owner of the Rich Pro. He got inducted into the Hall of Fame along with Deshaun Bryant of Roof Hustlers and John Scenic. They all three got inducted into the Hall of Fame for our grand opening. We also have our Golden Door, which is shout out to Sam Taggart, Door to Door Experts. They have their Golden Door Awards. So for roofers, if they get $2.5 million in sales, then they get a Golden Door. So we have the Golden Door at the Roof Gallery because we feel like they definitely need to be represented.
That is the biggest Golden Door award I have ever seen.
Yep. So what we have is at the Roof Gallery, we also do trainings and things like that. So with people that are aspiring to get their Golden Door, they'll be able to practice. No soliciting.
That's awesome.
And then we also have our Hill Trace on booth. Shout out to Hill Trace, where people are able to go on there. We have our virtual reality, where people are able to put it on and do their first roof experience, where they're able to do an inspection and things like that.
Is there anything you don't have at the roofing gallery?
Well, I was gonna say as far as maybe measurement tools, but then we got Pitch Gauge. So shout out to Pitch Gauge. They sponsor the stand. You see how official it is. And hold on one second. There we go. Yeah, so they sponsor the stand, and what it does is you're able to measure roofs on there, and you're gonna also be able to do kids workshops. We do kids
That's
workshops at
cool.
the roof gallery, so you're going to be able to measure your own house, a house on Mars, and in the White House.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then last but not least, we have our entertainment room. We're proud sponsors of the Atlanta Hawks. So every time we come, we always got to play a quick one-on-one with our visitors. Make sure to see if they got it or not. And then we also have our Dan the Mansion supplies. So with Roots by Don, we have a lot of affiliates and partners that we work with. So we have our Dan the Mansion supplies where basically we're able to have discount codes, so basically between 10 to 50% off items, but they're able to get it at our roof gallery as opposed to say going to the supply store or something like that. But it's just roofing items. It's not just roofing salespeople items. So it's not like actual shingles or things like that. So for instance, we have the lockjaw ladder grips that helps keep ladders safe as far as for when they're climbing the roofs. We got the prime grip tools. Shots of prime grip. They made sure that we're right on this side, and they got the nail sweep as well. They got the nail sweep, magnetic nail sweep. Of course, ICO. We love ICO, so they give us all the cool stuff. We got the guards and seal tapes. We got chalk. Of course, guys need inspection, so they need chalk. We got the cougar paws. All the sizes, we got it. I turned into a store. And then, of course, we love the catch-all. Sorry about that. We love the catch-all. It helps the homeowner's property be safe. So we have the catch-alls all sizes for guys. If anybody needs it, then of course they just use our promo code or they get it at the roof gallery and they get it discounted. And then last but not least, we got the Royal Oak nails. So for the coil nails, coil roofing nails, we also have that at a more cost-effective price than normal. So
That's cool, man. So,
yeah.
I mean, looks like y'all got a cool setup going on with the roof gallery, and like I said earlier, you're not just doing, it's not your basic office. You've thought outside of the box. You're thinking about customer experience. You're thinking about your sales reps. You're thinking about the entire industry doing this. So it's super cool. And then you also mentioned that you guys sponsored the Atlanta Hawks. Talk to me about how
Yes.
that came about.
Yeah. So being competitive, I feel like my competition is Bob the Builder, and I feel like I need to be bigger than Bob the Builder as far as for the roofing space. So I feel like being able to partner with the Atlanta Hawks, one makes us a bigger company. I want to stand out. I don't want to look like, like, how's your little small business doing? Like, no, we're in the arena. We're a corporation. If we're going to be small, I'd rather be the smallest in that building, with Sprite and with, those big kind of companies. Um, so getting that look was good, and our goals align. So even with the Atlanta Hawks, with their State Farm Arena, they have a great experience as far as customer service experience. We have season tickets, so we have like the Horrors Club, and you go in there and you just feel like, like you're a celebrity. You get like the special bands, you get like all inclusive food. You're right next to where the players are. You get to do fan experiences, things like that, and I feel like that's what Roost by Don and the Roof Gallery does. We give experiences, we give customer experiences, we make them feel like Mr. and Mrs. HGTV, and they're on their own home improvement show. And that's what we do.
I think a lot of people don't see the true value of those types of sponsorships. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I
Mhm.
feel like the true value from those isn't even the branding that comes from it, or whether you get any leads from it or anything like that. The true value is that now you can leverage the fact that you are a sponsor of the team, and you can put it on everything. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Hawks, or proud sponsor of whatever team you sponsor. I feel like
Yeah,
that's the better use of a sponsorship like that. But maybe you tell me
yeah. So
otherwise.
I think that it's a little bit of both, and I feel like just at the end of the day, what is your intention? So you have to do everything with an intention. So while it's happening, you're moving with intent. And a lot of times I feel like people do things kind of just copying the results, because they want the results, So if someone just wants to, hey, I see that you're a sponsor, looks good, then they're going to get that, and they might not get that results like you said. But I feel like with us, it was a little bit different. We had different things in mind, so we're targeting a different audience. Even with the sponsorship, it opens more doors. It allows us. We were able to be in a able to witness the owner of the Hawks along with the CEO of UPS and being like a roundtable of them talking about entrepreneurship.
that's
I
cool.
got leads from it. Yeah, I actually got leads from it. Being from the game, speaking with people, just meeting. You're gonna see soon. We have some big things coming with the Atlanta Hawks for next year. And I think it's just what your intention is and what your goal is, what you're trying to do, and that's what will make the big difference. And it's the same thing like with our roof gallery, like with the office. What's your intent? If it's just to have people come by, that's it. But if you want to have a customer experience, if you're planning on doing events here too, it's a venue. Now to me, it's actually making money. It's not just an expense or an overhead cost.
Yeah, it's
So
not
I
just
looked
to
at it
say,
different.
"Oh, look how cool I am."
Exactly. So I looked at it different, and that's why I feel like we're getting the results that we want. So yeah, it looks cool, but at the end of the day, we didn't pay extra money for it to happen, or now our office isn't an expense. It's an asset, and I feel like everything we do should be an asset.
So when I went on your website, I saw you holding a big HGTV banner. What was that about?
Yeah. So the best story is to give you, it would be the longer story, and that's basically um being competitive. I feel like Bob the Builder, he's on TV, so I need to be on TV too, as far as and trying to get into roofing. Once I left my old company for whatever reasons, I was trying to start my own thing, and I was saying, hey, I want to be on HGTV. I want to do like a reality show or something like that. And they're like, that can't happen. You'd have to have the Kim Kardashian genality in order to be able to get on a reality show, or you'd be able to get an HGTV. I'm like, watch. I like when people tell me I can't do something. So, I'm like, watch. So 2 months into starting our company, reaching on social media, I contacted David Bromstad. He's the host of HGTV, My Dream Lottery Homes. And it was just happened to be the best thing where I just reached out and I was like, hey, I'm trying to be the best roofer. I see, you're the best host on HGTV. I want to do a project with you. Let me know how we can make it happen. Um, and he was like, this is perfect timing. Just so happens one of my roofers dropped out, and I need someone for this project. And I was able to get the project. He was trying to find some designer shingles that they were discontinued. They didn't make them anymore, but he really wanted them. So I was actually able to find it, and we were able to make it happen for him. So we are actually able to be on doing his house, his personal house.
Oh,
So
dang.
it was cool. Yeah, so that's cool too. That it wasn't even like like someone just else on the show like a guest. It's his personal house, and that should be airing. It should have aired already, but with the stuff and the hurricane that happened in Florida, just took a little bit longer as far as processes. And it's not just the roof portion. So the roof portion is done, but he's doing a whole home renovation. So he's making his perfect castle, and the castle isn't complete yet. So once that's complete, then the show's actually gonna air.
I think to sum everything up, from what I can tell, is you've been able to find all these really cool things and just leverage the heck out of them. Like you're like the fact that you like being on HG, because I just did a quick Google search on you 30 minutes before we hopped on, and this is what I
Mhm.
saw. I saw HGTV, Atlanta Hawks, the song on YouTube, the Roof Gallery,
Uh-huh.
this like just everything that you're doing is like you're doing all these cool things, but then you leverage them on social media. And then it's like,
Of
well,
course.
of course doing great at recruiting. Of course he's doing great with bringing customer like with sales. Of course, he's doing great with all of this because he's seeking out really cool things to do. He's documenting them. He's leveraging them on social media, and he's building a personal brand for himself. And the amount of people that don't do that or don't see the importance in that are going to be left behind because you are, I mean, that is like true. You're just killing it with your
Thank you, man.
personal brand, with your business brand, and with just doing cool stuff and then leveraging the heck out of them. So
And
I
what's
think that's super
crazy?
cool.
Thank you. And what's crazy is we're 1 year in business, so this is our going to our second year. You know, we're sophomores now, and everything that even that you just said is stuff that we've done within our first year of us crawling. So I'm excited to see us when we are walking and we're running.
Yeah, what's your 10 gonna
But
look like? You know?
yeah, but even so, like even like right now, I want to even say more things that we have going on, because we do have more things going on that's actually like real cool that I feel is gonna change the roofing culture for the better, and that's gonna be coming real soon. By the time RoofCon comes, we're gonna be there, of course, too. You're gonna see it. So that's why we got the revolt. 'Cause I feel like we're revolting a little bit. We're leading the revolution as far as just switching things up. And not in a bad way. It's still roofing. It's just we're documenting it. We're having fun. We're showing people that the roofer is not just the Santa Claus or like the old guy with the construction boots. Um, you can be cool. You can do whatever you want to do. You can do music. You can do real estate. You can do whatever you want to do. But
You can
you
have
can also
fun.
do. You could be a roofer too. And it doesn't have a look. Anybody can be a roofer.
Well,
It's not.
the whole thing with you've got the revolt hat on for anyone that doesn't know this. The whole thing with revolt, it's revolt against average. That's the full phrase. And that's why I've got the against average hat on. So that's the whole thing is, you
It just
see
fits
what
perfect.
everyone else is doing and how can you do something different?
Elevate that. Exactly. And literally, and my the people I look up to, all of their musicians, it's funny, but and that's why I was looking up to as far as business sense. But Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Kanye, Diddy, but they're all moguls. They all billionaires, or Kanye was a billionaire, but at least they were able to make moves where they could get to that high and reach that plateau, and then you see how they do it, and they do it with branding themselves, like even like LeBron James, when they touch that billionaire status, all the people who've done that, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, they've all branded themselves. They make more money off of Nike than their actual what they got in for the actual sport. So that's why like we have Ico, that's our Nike, shingle manufacturer. That's why we have Pitch Gauge. That's why we have the Rich Pro, because we feel like we're athletes of roofing.
That's awesome, man. Well, we've got a series of rapid fire questions that I ask
Let's do it.
everyone on the show. So let me go ahead and I want you to you can expound on them, but I want you to say the first thing that comes to your mind when I read you these, okay?
Let's do it.
All right. What are some of the obstacles that you've had to rise above from to get to the point that you're at in your business?
I had to rise above not worrying about my old company and trying to get my money back or things like that, and just trying to be the best of the best and just keep it moving.
Love it. What is the last book that you read?
The Best Known Roofer by the Roofer Marketers, Jim Allen.
Jim's a good dude. I just interviewed him yesterday.
You did?
Yeah, I just interviewed him yesterday. So
That's my guy.
yeah,
We have some good stuff that's coming up soon too. You're gonna see.
Cool. If you had $1 billion exit, what would you be doing the next day?
Starting my next venture.
The next day, you'd be starting the new thing.
The
No,
very next day.
the next day.
Okay, sorry. The very next day, I am I'm going shopping.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm going shopping. I'm going house shopping. I'm going car shopping. Going clothes shopping.
You know
Girl
why I love
shopping.
this
I'm joking.
answer? You know why I love this answer? Because everyone that listen, I love the people that I've interviewed. I love all of them. That's why I interviewed them. But everyone else has said to me, "Oh, I'd be back working the next day, working on this and that." I'm like, "No, you
Nah.
wouldn't.
Yeah, the
You would
next
be on
day.
vacation. You would be
Yeah,
on something." I get it that
I
you're
would
not
be
gonna.
back working though, but
Sure,
not the next day.
sure, you'd be working on the next venture. I get it, but the next
Yeah,
day,
yeah. No. Shopping.
cool.
For everything.
Yeah. So, what is the best career advice that you've received?
The best. I guess it just keeps coming to me, just saying to trust yourself. Basically, trust your instinct, and don't believe that you can't. Don't believe you need someone to get it done. You're all you're all you need.
Sweet. Well, before we head out, the last thing I want to ask you about, I want to chat about RoofCon for a second, all right?
Let's do it.
So you've been to RoofCon before.
Yep.
What'd you think of the last one that you attended?
Yeah. So the one that just happened, the previous one, I've been to two of them. So I've been to the one just now and the one right before that. And that's in credit to the Sean Bryant Roof Hustlers. So give Miss flowers too. He's like, yeah, you got to come to this event. I was like, I don't know. My mentality is a rapper mentality. I used to make music, so I'm like, I'm not sure if I want to go to RoofCon because I'm not getting paid. So should I go? I look at it like a show. So should I go to the show if I'm not really there? He's like, no, you gotta come. You gotta meet people. You gotta network and stuff. This is how people. All right, so let's go. You told me to come, so I went and I had the greatest experience. It's a real good conference. I met a lot of people there. I met Pitch Gauge there, and I have a real good long-standing relationship with them, and that's from RoofCon.
They're kind of your neighbors over there.
No, they are. Yeah, no,
They're
they're
not
in the
far.
Roof Gallery. They're our family.
Yeah.
Everyone in the Roof Gallery is family. So
I love Abraham. He's a good dude.
he's a great dude, and he's very smart. He's real intelligent too. And at the end of the day, it's perfect for what it's for. So it's there to network, because your network is your net worth. Is there to shake hands, kiss babies. Is there to be educated, and is there for marketing. So then you can record your process there and everything, and it checks all those boxes.
So you can leverage it later.
Of course, everything's about leverage, right? That's what everybody else does. That's what all the rich people do. That's what
I'm trying
Trump
to tell
does.
people. And I'm like, man, dude, look at you, dude. You've been at this for a year. You're doing all this super cool stuff. You're crushing it because you're leveraging.
And also because I'm moving with intent. So I said from the beginning, my competition is Bob the Builder. I said that I want to be the best roofer, the best known roofer. So everything I do is with that intent. So if someone else tries to do what I'm doing, you're not going to get the same results because you didn't really want the same thing. You just wanted the results. So it's not going to work because I'm doing it even when there is no results yet. I'm doing it just because I want to.
And the originality of everything, right? So it's being the first at doing all these things. It's now everyone is copying what you're doing, right?
And that's great. Because by the time they're copying that, by the time they hear this interview, we're on to the next thing. We're showcasing the next thing, and I think that's cool. That's why I like to do that. I like to. When I was looking at music, I like 50 Cent, and I like how he got vitamin water, and he made that like the biggest deal, or how Diddy or Jay-Z, they have their liquor, their own liquor or their own clothes. So I like doing that kind of stuff, If I wouldn't be a basketball player, but I'd probably be a sports agent to try to get that basketball player their Nike deal.
So on the topic of RoofCon,
yes,
I hear from my sources that you're going to be at RoofCon again this year.
I might. I'm not sure. The third time's a charm, so we might see. But
so tell us, I we're going to have this welcome party. I hear might have maybe a secret, maybe not so secret now that we're talking about it, but I'll tell the audience we've invited you to come to the welcome party
Yes, yes.
and do a special performance of every single day at the welcome party. So we're excited about that, man.
Hey, getting paid. We building roofs. I'm talking every single day.
I
I
might
can't
have
wait
that
for you
as
guys to see it.
my if you give me permission, I'll do it as the outro for the podcast. So
Of course, of course. You definitely have the permission. If you want, I can give you a drop for it too, so it'll be an exclusive.
there you go, man. Well, we're excited to have you, and dude, I'm just excited to. I was excited to do this podcast. We'll do. I know we got an exclusive tour of the roof gallery on this, but we're
Yes,
going to do an
yes.
official tour of the roof gallery at
Of
some point
course.
here in the next few months. And
And
I'm
it
just
never looks the same. So every event that we do, it's a different theme. So how I just showed you just now, when we have whatever theme we have, it's gonna look different as well.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's cool, man. Well, we're excited about that. We're excited to have you at RoofCon, and I'm
Thank
just
you.
glad that we got to hang out and
Yes.
chat for a little bit. And if anyone, very last question, if anyone wants to connect with you, where do they go?
Easy. Just Roofs by Don everywhere. So Roofs by Don on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, roofsbydons.com. and you'll be able to contact us. Not hard to reach. I'm available. I'm transparent. I help guys out. A couple people reach out as far as mentoring and things like that. I'm here for you guys. And at the end of the day, I'm a rookie too. I need help too. So when I reach out to, hopefully I get the same reciprocation. And honestly, the roofing industry has shown me so much love too. So thank you guys, and thank you, Diego, for instance, showing me love, getting us on the podcast, getting us as far as being able to do that every single day to show our talents outside of just, being on top of the roof, and that's really it. That's really it. Bruce by Don every single day.
Sounds good, man. Well, we appreciate you, and anyone who's listened and tuned in this far, we really appreciate you. We will catch you guys later on the next episode of the Rise Above Show presented by RoofCon. Peace out. Might give it good at wood, that OSB. Rich pro, cause the climb to the top is steep. I'm that boy. Getting paid. We building roofs, I'm talking every single day. Windows good, decided